All right, so you decided to invest in yourself, which was the smartest investment you could ever make. So what do you do now? I'm going to share with you keys to building a successful business. Join me. Hey everyone, this is Milton. So excited that you've chosen to join me again here at Man on a Mission. We're in store today for some great things today. So hey, before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel so that we can continue to build a Man on a Mission team. Hey, so let's get started. So today I want to talk about 3 keys to building a successful business. 3 keys to building a successful business. I believe there are 3 things, if everybody applies them to building their business, this will make you successful. And first of all, when people first decide that they want to go into business, the first thing they often refer to is, what am I passionate about? What's the thing that I put a lot of interest into? And I'll for myself, I'll say that passion is not always the answer to building success, but passion is great to have when you get ready to go towards achieving that success. For me, for example, when I was young, I loved music. I was a trumpet player. I listened to all the greats, Louis Armstrong, Miles Davis, Dizzy Gillespie. Those were some of the great trumpet players of the day. And I tried to imitate what they did so that I could also become successful. But there was something that was lacking that I didn't have. And those are the 3 keys that I want to share with you today in order to have that successful business. Now, again, I'm not saying that passion is not important when you get ready to start your business. It is very important because you want to be passionate about the things that you decide to do so that you can put the heart and desire into them. But I think there are 3 keys that also go alongside with passion to make that business successful. So let's get started with these 3 keys. The first key to building a successful business is effort. The first key is effort. Effort has to do with how much work you're putting into something. Effort has to do with how hard you're trying. Effort is about trying to get something done, even if it doesn't always work out. How much effort are you willing to put in to building your success? So you decided what business you want to go into. You decided that you like doing X, Y, Z. And those are the things that you're really passionate about. So how much effort are you going to put in to achieve the success that you're trying to achieve from this business? How much work are you willing to put into it? How much time are you willing to put into it? How much effort are you going to put into it to make sure that it gets done? For a lot of people, they often start a business, but they lack the effort to sustain the business. They start out really great. It's really good. Things are going great. But at some point, they lose effort. They lose this idea and this concept of, I have to put in the work and time that's needed to make this business successful. And that's the difference in some of the people who are successful and those who are still trying to achieve success. They're not putting in the necessary effort that's needed to make them come to the level that they want to achieve. Yes, we are different. We're all different. We come from different places in life. We approach things differently. But at some point in time, effort applies to everyone who's successful in business. Look at some of the people who are successful in business. Some of the greats that you see every day, all the time on TV or somewhere. You see them constantly out there putting forth an effort to get you to buy into their business. They're out doing things to try to enhance, to better their businesses. They're always doing something that makes them want to thrive, to go forward, to do better, to become stronger, to become greater. And that's the same effort that you have to put into your business. Yeah, we want to get into business, but do we really want to put in the effort that's needed to become successful? And I think once we understand that concept, that it takes effort, what we're willing to put into a business, then we can determine the level of success that we want to have. So the first key, again, is effort. How much effort are you willing to put into your business and into your success? At some point in my life, I became a basketball fan, and I started watching basketball, and I really enjoy watching basketball. But I like to watch it, and I like to compare players. And what I mean by that is, how much effort does this player put into it, and how much effort does this player put into it? And you can watch certain players and you can see a level of effort that's way up here, and you can see a level of effort that's way down here. And that's the difference in successful basketball players and not so successful basketball players. I hope you understand what I mean by that. You have some players that overachieve, that thrive, that put in so much effort that they just, when you just look forward to seeing them coming on the court, because you're like, hey, I know this guy is going to give me 120% at all times. But I know this guy may only give me 50% one night and 10% the next. Which guy do you want to watch? You want to watch the guy who brings the most effort to the game. And you should be the same person that brings the most effort into making your business successful. Effort. How much time and dedication are you willing to put into the success of your business? Do you want to be an overachiever or do you want to be an underachiever? For most of us, we want to overachieve. We want to build success. We want to grow our businesses so that they can become successful. So you have to dig down and put in that effort, that hard work, that work that nobody else wants to do, but it's needed for you to be successful. So make sure you dig down and find that effort to go the extra mile, to do the extra thing that's needed for your business to be successful. So the second key to success is persistence. Persistence is the second key to success. Persistence is the ability to just stick to something. Persistence is being able to stay the course of action in spite of opposition or distractions. So how persistent are you when it comes to making your business successful? Will you stick to it even when things don't seem like they're going to make it? Will you stick to it when you can't figure out what's the next step? Will you just fold the towel in and just say, I'm done? No, you have to be persistent. You have to continue to find ways to grow your business, to make your business better, to face those oppositions, to face those hurdles, things that you're not quite sure of. You have to be persistent. You have to continue to go forward in spite of what it looks like. A lot of us, when we get into business and things are not quite going our way, we'll decide, well, this may be too hard for me to go forward, so let me just do something else. But the real answer is, why would I do something else? And this is what I really want to do. You will find the drive, the inner will to be persistent in going about doing the things that you need to do to make this business successful. You know, it's the ability to stick to something. Just because things are tough and things are not going the way that we want them to go, that's no reason to cop out. There's no reason to call it quits. That's the time you have to dig deeper, to be persistent, to be just tied to it, linked to it so that it's just in your every thought that you want to make sure that this thing gets done. So you have to be persistent in making sure that you're doing what it takes for your business to be successful. Nobody else can do that. You're the person and the only person that has that drive to do it. So be persistent when getting your business thoughts and your ideas and making sure that when trials and tribulations come, that you persevere and you just continue to go forward to do what it is that you want to have achieved in having a successful business. Persistence is a fly. What does a fly do when he wants to get your attention? He just stays on you. He continues to come until he lands on your head or sits on your hand or it's on your body somewhere. A fly is an example of how persistent you need to be. You need to be like that fly. Until you get done what you need to do, you're going to keep coming at it. You're going to keep doing it. You're going to keep trying. If a fly is not a good example, what about a mosquito? What do mosquitoes do? They're going to bzzz all in your ear. They're going to bzzz all around your head. They're so persistent that they are annoying. They get on your nerves. They make you move. They make you cause action. And that's the same thing you need to do, is to be persistent about your business. You need to be to the point where you're bzzz and you're landing and you're doing so many different things until you get to the goal that you want to achieve. That's what it takes to be persistent. Just think of a fly. Just think of a mosquito. Those are two examples of people. They're not people. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. Of things that are persistent. And that's the same persistence that you need in order to have a successful business. So get into it. Be persistent. Continue to go. Continue to buzz around until you achieve what you're trying to achieve. Okay, so the last and final key to building a successful business is motivation. Motivation. How motivated are you to achieve your success? Motivation is your willingness to do something. Motivation is that drive that you have to achieve your goals and your needs. How motivated are you to achieve your success? Are you a person who says, hey, at all costs, I'm going to make sure that I go out and do what I need to do, put the steps in, put the work in, put the effort in, be persistent about it. I'm motivated enough to do that because I want to achieve success in my business. Do you have the motivation that's needed to have a successful business? This is one of the most important keys to having a successful business. You have to be motivated enough to do whatever it takes to get it done. You have to be motivated enough when you come up on something you don't know, you go research, you go study, you go find out what you need in order to go forward. That's motivation. You're going to do what it takes to achieve your goals. Are you motivated enough to do that? Yes, people say, I'm very passionate about doing this. That is awesome. That is great. That is something great that we all need to have. But are you motivated? Does your passion motivate you to go out and do what it takes to achieve your goal, which is running a successful business? Do you have that motivation inside of you to say, hey, look, I know what I want. I want it now. I want it by this day. I want it by this year. So I'm motivated enough to put in the groundwork, put in the work, put in the time, put in the effort that's needed to do it. You have to be motivated in order to see your successful business come to fruition. If not, you're just wasting your time because it's just a thought. It's just an idea. It's really just a hobby that you're excited about, but you lack the motivation to see it through. So you have to find the motivation within yourself to say, hey, look, I'm going to persevere. I'm going to put in the effort. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get it done. So motivation is very important. It's very key in building a successful business. Now, motivation is very important in any business. You have to be motivated. You have to be motivated and connected to the business that you're trying to do. I watched a movie the other night called Jingle Jangle on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's a very good movie. I'm not going to have a spoiler alert here, but it talks about this guy. He's very creative, and he has the power, magic of creating and doing things. But he, at some point, what you will see in the story, he lacked motivation. He had the skills. He had the desire. He had everything he needed to achieve the success that he wanted. But at some point, he lost motivation, the will, the desire to go forward, to make those dreams and passions come true. So you have to dig down in yourself to not lose that motivation, that driving force, that will, that desire that says, yes, I've got it in me and I'm going to bring it to fruition. I'm going to make it come to pass because I am motivated and passionate about making my business successful. So find that motivation. Go watch Jingle Jangle on Netflix. And maybe that's something we can talk about at a later time. We could do a live on to discuss some of the key points that are in that movie that we can talk about and use them as keys to building a successful business. Motivation. You have to have motivation for your business to achieve the success that you desire. We now have the 3 keys to building a successful business: effort, persistence, and motivation. I believe that these are 3 very important keys for anybody to have a successful business. You need effort. You need that willingness to go in and continue to go on. You need persistence, that no matter what comes in front of you, you're going to continue to strive to have a successful business. And you need motivation, that desire inside of you that says, hey, look, I have what it takes, and I'm going to make sure that my business is successful. I think these 3 keys are very important, and I'm glad you've taken the time today to come in and listen to me about these 3 keys to building a successful business. So, hey, this is Milton with Man on a Mission. I'm so glad you took the time today to come in and spend with me. I'm glad you're part of the Man on a Mission community. We look forward to building a bigger and stronger community where we can begin sharing and dialoguing with one another to help us all to achieve those successful businesses. Hey, be great, take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.